Be honest, do you make mistakes like these? There's a surprise in the end of the film. I'm again unemployed. The reason? Because. And I should have studied earlier. What about yes, I like? So these are 5 very common mistakes in English. In this video, we're going to look at how to correct them. And I want to let you know that some of these mistakes are more commonly made by native speakers. First, though, I have something that's really going to help you. I need to tell you about something incredible. I have created a brand new, completely free ebook. It changes everything. 35 common mistakes English learners make and how to fix them. This powerful ebook will help you fix some of the most common errors English learners make immediately. Inside, you will find everything from today's lesson, plus 30 more mistakes that my teaching team and I have seen again and again. And yes, for now, I'm offering it to you for free. Just sign up to my mailing list using the link in the description or scan the QR code now. I'll send it straight to your inbox. It's genuinely one of the best resources I've ever created, and I can't wait for you to see it. Okay, let's begin. For our first common mistake, we're looking at in the end versus at the end. Even higher level learners confuse these phrases, and why wouldn't you? It's just a tiny change of preposition, just 2 letters. So which one do we need to complete this sentence? In or at? The end, we decided to stay at home. It should be in the end, meaning finally or eventually, usually after a period of time, thought, or difficulty. Now, this is a fixed idiomatic phrase referring to the final result or decision. It's not used to talk about the literal or metaphorical end of something like a road or a film. Let's see 2 more examples. In the end, we decided to move to London after a long time thinking about it. Or, it was difficult, but in the end, everything worked out. Finally, after some problems. Now, at the end refers to the final point in time or space of something specific. It's more literal than in the end. It can be followed by of plus a noun. So if we go back to the sentence in the introduction, we now know that it should be there's a surprise at the end of the film, not in the end. A couple more examples. I'm always tired at the end of the week, on Fridays, for example. Or the station is at the end of this road. Okay, mistake number 2, try to correct this sentence. I am again unemployed. It should be I'm unemployed again. So we tend to place again at the end of a clause, not in the middle. This might be different to your first language. In these examples, it means one more time. For example, can you start the video again, please? Or we won't see each other again. Now, you'll sometimes see again before the main verb. This is more formal than placing again at the end and is done for emphasis. For even greater emphasis, we can add yet. Yet again. She yet again changed the project brief. Now, again and yet again can also appear at the beginning for emphasis. Yet again, the train was delayed. But we don't place it before an adjective, so I'm again tired is not correct. It's tricky to get this right, but if you're in doubt, placing again after the clause is a safe bet, as it's the most common neutral option. Don't worry if this doesn't seem totally clear. We go into more detail and there are more examples in the ebook. Scan the QR code there or click the link in the description to download your free copy. Okay, mistake number 3 is one of the mistakes I've heard most over the years. Do you like coffee? Yes, I like. Now, unfortunately, that is not how we make short answers. We will understand you if you say this. It's not a communication issue, but if we want to be grammatically correct, we should say, yes, I do. When replying to short questions, we make yes or no short answers with an auxiliary verb, the same one that's in the question, not with the main verb. Did they enjoy the party? Yes, they did. Not yes, they enjoyed. Has he visited Liverpool before? No, he hasn't. Not no, he hasn't visited. Now, you can give a full answer if you want to, though this is less common in natural speech. To like is a transitive verb, so it needs an object. Do you like coffee? Yes, I like it, or yes, I like coffee. It's more common to use the pronoun rather than the noun to avoid repetition. You can also just say yes, which makes things much easier, but never yes, I like. Sometimes intransitive verbs can be used alone in replies. Did he laugh? Yes, he laughed. We usually only say this for emphasis. For example, oh, he laughed, as in he laughed a lot. Generally, it's more natural to say, yes, he did. Now, this is something that trips even advanced learners up. So don't worry if you still make this mistake. Okay, mistake number 4, try to correct this sentence. That's the reason because I left. Now, the easiest way is to simply remove because. That's the reason I left. You could also replace because with that or why. But we don't say the reason because I did something. So one way to use reason correctly is by following it with why or that plus a clause. That's the reason why we cancelled the trip. In informal English, you can omit why or that. The reason she left early was to get to her flight. Not the reason because she left or was because to get her flight. There are lots of other structures we can use after reason, but it's this particular one that my students make mistakes with. Because is used as a conjunction to join two clauses showing cause and effect. She left early because she needed to get her flight. Try to use the weak form when because appears as part of a sentence. Because with a schwa in the second syllable, not because. You can say it, but because sounds more natural. You'll often see because of followed by a noun. We cancelled the trip because of the weather. Okay, we're on to our final mistakes. Students and native speakers, listen up. Which word is contracted here? I should have studied harder. Is it should of or should have? It's I should have studied harder, not I should of studied harder. Now, I think people use of because when have is contracted after a consonant sound, it sounds the same as the weak form of. Have contracted. Of contracted, of. Should have, should have. Would have, would have. Could have, could have. That of sound tricks our brain into thinking it's of, and people make the mistake of saying it or writing it. In fast speech, we often use the informal contractions shoulda, woulda, and coulda, which don't sound like they contain have either. So the structure to form a clause with a past modal is modal verb plus have plus past participle. I should have called her. But in speech, we tend to use contractions. I should have called her. This makes your English sound more natural than if you use the full form. They would have bought it if it had been cheaper. You could have been hurt. We also use the same structure with other modal verbs like must and might. I hear must of and might of, but again, they're not correct. She must have already gone home. The dog might have eaten it. Okay, are you ready to test what you've learnt? I've got a short quiz for you. Complete the gaps with one word from the video lesson to form a structure we've looked at today. Here are the sentences. 1. The reason they're upset is the sudden change in plans. 2. What happened? The end of the film. I fell asleep. 3. Do you like pancakes? Yes, I. 4. You should gone to the doctor. And 5. I can't believe he's late for work. That's the 3rd time this week. I'll give you 5 seconds, but pause if you need more time. Okay, in number 1, we can have that or why, or we could just leave it blank. We can't use because. It doesn't join 2 clauses. 2 should be at the end, the literal end point of the film. 3, yes, I do, not yes, I like, which is grammatically incorrect. 4, you should have gone or you should have gone, not should of, which sounds the same in the short form but isn't correct. And number 5 should be again. He's late for work again, with again placed naturally at the end. So let me know your score out of 5 in the comments and tell me which of these mistakes have you made in the past. Don't forget to download your ebook with 35 common mistakes and exactly how to correct them. It has another quiz so you can really practice what you've learnt. It's a massive ebook. I think you're going to love it, so take advantage of it being free. The link is in the description box, or you can scan the QR code there. I really hope you enjoyed today's lesson and that you learnt something. I will see you in the next one. Bye!